YouTube, what's up? Welcome. Daily baby Isaac, tiny little dude. I need to, okay, I'm doing it. Look, this is, welcome back to Isaac. Daily edition, 4th of December edition. Happy birthday to my sister. Look, I'm just gonna say it. This episode nearly didn't happen. I'm surprised it is happening. I don't know if it's gonna go up. This is welcome to Reese's stressed beyond his mind edition. I wasn't even gonna do today's. I just need something to just like occupy my brain for even 10 minutes. What have we got today? Oh, good. Samson, dude. Love it. Where to? Mom, at least. Okay, that's not too bad. I just need to talk about it. I wasn't gonna do today's because I'm way too stressed for someone who does nothing all day. Well, I'm stressed about something. We're just gonna jump in. Let's look at yesterday's leaderboards. I haven't checked. I had garbage yesterday, so I don't expect much. Okay, and I feel bad now because I still finished above Maria. I did fine yesterday. We all did fine yesterday. My apologies. I didn't mean it, dude. It's nice to see Queen Fisher on the board, though. I love to see it. I always like when she gets involved. Queen of Harps. We got Becco, who also beat me NSL. Blah blah blah. Dude, look, well done everyone yesterday. Look, I wasn't gonna what the fuck is that heart thing, dude? I got upset for a second because I thought it was Isaac's heart, but that's an item. That's not a trinket. I want to do today's at least for my own sake, just because I need to do something with my brain right now. And I don't even know if I'm gonna get to finish it because so I went to bed last night earlier than usual. We did the usual Genshin last night, as has become like part of my nightly routine. We usually go to like easily like 5 or 6 my time, but we finished. I can't remember what time we finished co-oping. We finished like way earlier than usual. The spin copped off. So then I was like, okay, I was going to keep going solo, but then I was like, you know what? If we're not doing co-op, NSL was busy. Oh, it's Carlos. You can see that message, right? He said, "Ooga booga, good luck with the rod." I think you guys can see that. And there he goes playing. Oh, I appreciate it. Good luck to you too, friend. Good luck to you too. No idea what this even is, dude. I'll take the HP up. NSL was busy last night because he had a group presentation to prepare for that I hope went well. I don't know. I think that's the presentation's today. So I mean, by the time this goes up, I think it will have happened, or at least by the time he watches it, if he does, it will have happened. So I hope that went well. So we only duoed last night, and then we still play. I mean, we only duoed the past few nights, but yeah, we kind of were like, oh, there he goes playing it again. I don't even know what I'm saying, dude. My brain is just. Look. My point is we didn't play for like 6 hours last night, like we have been doing. And the previous nights we only played for a couple. So then when we finished, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the most of it. I'm gonna get an early night. Get some extra sleep in. And then I was just like so stressed out about something that I think I got in bed at like 4:30 or something, and was still awake at like 9 AM thinking about the same fucking thing. And then I finally went to bed, and because it took me so long to get to sleep, I overslept. And then I was like, oh, not going to be able to get to do it. Because I overslept, I'm not going to be able to get to do today's Isaac episode. So by the time I woke up, I woke up and was still like stressing about the same thing. So then I kind of went, okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab both your shoulders and shake, baby. Snap out of it. So I did, and then I went, you know what? I had like an hour of that. I had too much thinking last night. Kept me away. Oh, we've got the item. Why am I an idiot? Have we already full cleared this run? This room? This floor? No, we didn't do that one. Okay, well that was a waste of time. By the time I pulled myself into it, I like. Let's do this, Isaac. Let me just do something with my brain right now. Hit the power button on my PC. Hey, you know that grinding sound I mentioned yesterday that I thought I fixed by hacking a piece of my fan off? Nope. It was back today. Dude, I have it baffles me. And look, you guys know, if you know me, you know how my brain works. Dude, it doesn't take much to confuse me. It really doesn't. But this one is beyond me. Like, what the hell is going on in there, dude? Like, what happens? Performance issues. Look, PCs have performance issues. They slow down. Stuff happens. what is going on inside? It can be like fine, functioning, working, and then I turn it off and then turn it on the next day and something's like physically rattling. What physically changes inside overnight to make it rattle? Already confusing, right? Add on to that the fact that I fixed it. I don't know how I fixed it, don't know what I did to fix it, but I did something and it stopped rattling. And then a second time, last night it was working fine, and then I turned it off and turned it back on today and it's rattling again. What's changing inside that the rattling's like on and off? And as you can hear right now, not rattling currently, because when it rattled, I turned it off and I don't know what I did, and then I turned it back on and something I don't understand. Is something living in there? Like what changes? So is it not physical? Is something going on with the PC itself that sometimes it's like, hey, let's move the fans differently, and sometimes that's what makes it. Like, I don't know how come I'm not very technologically astute. I'm not technologically inclined enough to even like know where to begin troubleshooting this in my brain. So then I didn't do that, and then I was like, by the time I'd gotten over that, it was like I looked at the time and I was like, I'm out of time. People are going to be home any minute. Then an entire hour passed and no one's home. I don't know when people are coming home. I don't know when we're going to finish this episode. I was like, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta rant. And part of me was like, maybe I'll just hit record and I'll just like get a little bit of a rant out of my system and then not upload it and feel a little bit better. But like, you know what, dude? I say this all the time. What I really love. In content creators, and sometimes people have like personas or like characters that they play and stuff, that's just kind of how their channel is, and that's fair enough. But if a channel is like, hey, it's them being themselves, I always really appreciate, especially bigger content creators, if they're having one of those days when they're feeling shitty or they're feeling a little bit down, or whatever the case may be. I always appreciate when they I know it's a damage up, but I just don't really like that item. When they do have those moments of like kind of showing that, like kind of using their platform to be like, hey, sometimes people just have these days that are just shit and it's fine, and it's normal, and and at the same time I also am fine with if a content creator is having a day like that and they take the day off from uploading. Like someone's like, oh, they're a daily uploader and they're having a shitty day. I feel like when content creators feel like that and they feel like forced to upload for the sake of keeping to their schedule, that sucks, and I'm happy when they take the time off as well. But I also think there's merit to people kind of being open and talking about that stuff, so that other people who don't necessarily aren't used to that or are worried about that sort of thing can sort of ending the stigma and all that sort of stuff, even not just on like a deeper mental health level, but even just on a sometimes you have a bad day and that's fine, right? So I guess part of it's contributing to that, and part of it's just like, I don't know, these daily Isek runs have been like a constant positive for me the past 2 weeks. It's been nice to have I don't know, Josh mentioned something similar with how stressed out he's been with work in particular. It's nice to have that a bit of a break, and something that he's mentioned is something that he feels like he has some control over, and he does. He has control over these runs, let me tell you. And obviously it's slightly different. It's slightly different circumstances for me, but yeah, it's been a nice thing to be able to have this daily thing that I can just like talk shit for a bit of time and put my episode up and be a little bit distracted and not worry about whatever's going on, and just kind of have my eyes run, right? So yeah, the part was that, and I feel the same way about Genshin. That's been another thing that's been like I said, it's become part of my like nightly routine to log on, and whether it's a night where I only do solo stuff, or whether it's a night where I link up with the whole gang, or like two of us, or even just one of the gang, it's still like it's such like a consistent like positive thing in my day to get on and to just like hang out with my friends and chat about all sorts of garbage that we chat about when we play Genshin. And Isek. And Isaac's one of those things. It's like it's just a nice part of my day to just like chill on, right? So I was like, dude, I just want to let me just, maybe this is what this day needs. My PC eventually got back on. The time cleared itself up. Maybe that's why the time cleared itself up. And this is why I thought it wasn't, because Friday is like it's the same every Friday. Like everyone in my family has the exact same. So like some days in the week things alternate and things can be a little bit different and kind of wacky and loose, which is why I don't always know if I have the time to fit the episode in or not. Friday's the same every single Friday. People are home by like, not just by now, but like by 45 minutes ago. And I'm like, you know what? When I was like sat there doing nothing, trying to like put something into my brain, and I sort of realized that time was passing and people weren't coming home. I was like, dude, you know what? Maybe this is like, maybe the universe is speaking to me. Maybe God's speaking to me on this one, and is like, dude, normally people would be home right now, and you wouldn't want to be recording this episode. You know, Little Haunt's done me good in recent Isaac dailies. I've done it a couple of times. He's like, I'm clearing up. Something's come up. They're busy. They're doing something else. Get your video in. Get your video in, bud. Get your video in. In which case, I appreciate it. I guess. I don't know. But maybe this was the nudge I needed to push me to doing today's episode. So here I am. And I'm gonna be chilling. And I kind of want to do it anyway because, like I said, I am going home this weekend. I'll be away from my PC this weekend. So Sunday is unlikely that I am able to record. It's 50-50 on whether I'll even be coming back on Sunday to even do the run at all, let alone record it. Tomorrow, on the other hand, it is also 50-50 actually, so not on the other hand. I'm going at 12. I'm leaving at 12:30 because my sweet dear mother has offered to come pick me up, come scoop me. So I will be being scooped at 12:30, which means that technically the run resets at 10 a.m. So depending on what people are doing tomorrow, if people are working in and out of the house in the morning, I may have time to record it before my mum actually does scoop me tomorrow. But obviously that depends if people, you know, like if my dad's on a late tomorrow, then he'll still be like, he won't leave the house before I leave, so I won't get time to record it. But the potential's there basically. I may, so tomorrow's a 50-50. There won't be one Sunday, but and don't expect one tomorrow. I'd say most likely I'll be back Monday now, which is why I wanted to do one today originally. But I'd say tomorrow's a 50-50 depending on what shift my dad's working tomorrow. But either way, I'm excited to be going home. I'm excited to see my family again. Because you know, it's been a couple months because I was supposed to see them on Halloween, but then the lockdown restrictions changed, so I couldn't. And then I still kind of was like, well, maybe it'll be alright because they're family. But then my stepmom had COVID, and obviously I live in the house with my stepmom, so I was very much a COVID risk there. And I couldn't risk giving it to my family, especially my mum, because she's an NHS worker. Not that I would, you know, I wouldn't want to give it to any of them anyway. But there's extra implications of her having it, because of what it can do to you know, the hospital she works in and stuff. So yeah, I didn't get to see them for Halloween, so I'm excited to see them now. That should be good. Okay, I was just checking my phone real quick. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know is the thing. I don't really know. But you know what? And it's a shame because I was actually in a good mood last night. And then suddenly my brain was like, "Hey, dude, worry about this." And I went, "Hey, fuck you, dude. Eat these ads. Eat them right up." Because I did I finally did my Secret Santa shopping last night after like a week of putting it off because I like wasn't sure. I'm like worried about wanting my gifts to be absolutely as perfect as they could possibly be. As I am with all gifts. My Secret Santa in particular is pretty important this year. So I kind of like, it literally like, I must have spent like 2 hours on it like every night. Like every night it was the same loop. I'd go on and I'd cycle between, I'd browse and I'd browse and I'd browse and I'd have a million tabs open and I'd cycle between a million items, and then every night I'd go, after a couple hours of being unsure and stressed about that too, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna play Genshin and forget it. I'll do it tomorrow. But last night I set myself the deadline because there's some stuff that I still have to order that can wait because I can get it on Amazon, so I can get it like next week. But there were at least like three items that I had to get last night that was like, that were pushing it in terms of them getting delivered in time to be delivered to me with enough time for me to send them over to North America, because obviously that takes time to, you know, stuff's got to be shipped to me, and then that takes anywhere between 1 and 2 weeks to get from England over to the US. So that's a pain, and then I'm also stressed out because I was like, I want to have everything shipped to me because I want to individually wrap everything and put some pageantry into it, put some effort into the presentation. And now that everything's like coming over to me, I'm like, I should have just shipped everything directly, because now I'm just worried about. I've never shipped anything to the US before, so now I'm just worried about it making it, and like, is stuff going to get damaged? What if the box breaks and things fall out? What if it gets lost in transit and blah 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 blah? So now I've given up on the presentation aspects, and I'm like, I'm gonna wrap. I'm still gonna individually wrap everything, but I'm just gonna like stuff the box to the brim with like protective stuff, bubble wrap and everything, and like those little foam noodles you put in there, and then I'm gonna sellotape the absolute Christ out of the box. So that's now my concern has now shifted. Dude, the middle of this room is like eerily close to a very minkish shape. Like, that's very close to a very minkish shape. So we're just gonna leave that room and not worry about it. But either way, yeah. So I like, last night I was like, the Amazon stuff can wait, but the some of the stuff I need that's like a little bit more specific needs to be ordered tonight. So I did it, and I got it all done, and then I felt good. I felt good about it, and then I talked to a couple other people about Secret Santa things, and just having like that stuff on the mind just put me in a festive mood. Yeah, we only have one heart. I may as well take this. Hey, if you guys could come out, that'd be nice. There we go. If you guys could evacuate this area so I could actually reach it, that'd be nice. Okay, get him, Horn. Mess him up. So yeah, so I was feeling festive. I was feeling good last night just because I had the Christmas shopping on the mind. Although that's obviously like far from done, because now I need to buy my family gifts. Now that my most important gifty is out of the way. I'm joking. But also I do need to actually like buy my family gifts now. I tunnel visioned a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I thought I was gonna get hit there, I'll be honest with you. So this is a mom run, aka I should have been going way faster than I have been for boss rush. AKA it's gonna be another not good score. You know what? It happens. I've got to say, we haven't had a terrible... I didn't even look at where I ranked yesterday. We haven't had a terrible score this week, at least. We had like a 3,000, and I imagine yesterday was probably about the same, which is obviously like pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But at the very least... At least I haven't I've had multiple weeks now, I think, where I've botched it really bad. I've got like 4Ks and stuff. Okay, so this has been a rough floor because we have way too much damage right now. Mess him up, hon. Okay. Oh, good devil deal though, 36%. Good devil deal. What have you got for us? Oh, Krampus. So we're probably not going to get Guppy if it's only a mom run. I was hoping for either a Guppy item to give us a better chance of that happening, or a shovel item potentially. By a shovel item, I mean the shovel. I thought he alternates horizontal and diagonal, so you have any chance of knowing where he's actually going to go. But no, I guess you just got a 50-50 and hope that he doesn't hit you. So use the sun so I can secret room, and then I can save my moon card for the next floor. Sweet as, sweet as. So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'd like to record, if I get the opportunity, I will do tomorrow's, because as I said in yesterday's episode, I had topics in yesterday's episode that I didn't get to because it was too chaos for me to like get my topics out. And I said I'd talk about them today, and the exact same things happened today. I've just been so unbelievably flustered. And I didn't even get a chance to get them out. So I guess I'll save them for tomorrow. And other than that, I don't really know what else to pivot to today. What else to talk about? Yeah, may as well. We've got the time to burn here because I'm not doing two floors in 2.5 minutes here. I mean, it's possible. I could potentially, like, if this is the way to the boss, I could have potentially shredded through these rooms, got the boss toasted, you know, and then if maybe got a good path to get to Mom straight away. But I don't know, man. I'm also not that strong that I could confidently beat boss rush anyway. I mean, to be fair, actually, I guess with the amount of health, if we took a lot of damage, I would have got good damage. So maybe, I don't know. I think I need to just have the wherewithal on Mom runs to like go quicker from the get go. Ah, dude, the boss is right here. Okay, so maybe we could have made boss rush. Actually, you know what? I'm not worrying about my team. Let me. Guess we're doing the boss now. So what I was gonna say is I'm not worried about it too much, so let me go and get my item and my Book of Belial charge so this boss isn't a pain in the ass. But I guess the game said, hey, suck these ads. Do it without it. Great. Thanks for that one, Edmund. Yeah, so definitely if I didn't do that challenge room and I came in and Book of Belial, the boss, got through him, I probably could have had a good 2 minutes to do depths 2, and if we got a good route to the boss, it's possible. It's possible. But I couldn't know that. Oh man, I have a headache too. It's probably because I haven't like eaten or drunk yet today, and I've launched into this fucking episode like 1,000 miles an hour straight out of the gates. Walking down the hall faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you'll remind me. Caught beneath the landslide. You'll remind me? Why did I just pivot to Nickelback there? The line "someday you will find me," not "someday you'll remind me." No, I was like, oh, that's just this is a Nickelback parody now. Okay, fine, I'll go this way. Fuck you. The champagne supernova. I was looking at my Wrapped stuff yesterday. I didn't realize there was like extra stuff. What was it I was looking at? Something interested me last night that I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting." There's like, but if you go on like the search section, there's like a Wrapped section where it's not just obviously you get your Wrapped and then you get your Wrapped playlist. But there's like a whole section where there's like extra stuff going on in there. Is it worth opening up back at the app? I can't remember. I was looking at it last night and there was something I wanted to talk about. Either way though, I like that there's one that's like a viral hits 2020, and you scroll through and it's literally just like stuff that went viral on TikTok. Like it's stuff that had a TikTok dance, you know? It's like, oh yeah, I remember this one. Yep, remember this one. And I think it says a lot about how much time I spent on TikTok that I was scrolling through this playlist just like remembering all these dances as I was scrolling through. Like, yep. And we talked about the TikTok dance stuff yesterday. I don't know if I want to have 2 episodes in a row where the discussion is TikTok dances. But look, it's something we talked about. You know what? Fuck it, dude. Bit of Zane. Give us a bit of Zane. I only got 1 floor left anyway. And it's a mom run, so there's limited points. So I'm happy to just stop hemorrhaging points via my bombs there. So this is fine. This is fine. I still have that dilemma, by the way. I'm still unsure about how to use the TikTok dances. It's still something I want to play off and implement into my content and stuff. But it's I'm still unsure on the best way to play off it, and how to implement that. So we'll see how to use that. But that's still my hook. I'm low on ideas right now. My one idea that I had was the TikTok dances. So I'm very much as I said, you know, I mentioned it. Well, I mentioned it like a week ago now for the first time. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to work on that, the best way to implement those. But just know they're a work in progress. At the very least, if you want to see the WAP, you better be rooting for Spurs on Sunday afternoon. On Sunday afternoon, should you be rooting for Spurs? Well, given how our injuries are looking for this weekend. I wouldn't call it a safe bet. I'll put it that way. I wouldn't call it a safe bet. Josh left a comment on a couple of days' videos ago, and it made me laugh my ass off. He said, "Who would win 11? Who would win 11 duck-sized Harry Kanes or one Harry Kane-sized duck?" And then he said he had to check the spelling multiple times. Which, dude, fair enough. Duck is not an easy word to spell. Dude, 2 remotes on this. We've seen on this run. 2 remotes. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Right now, I think my money's got to be on the Harry Kane side duck. given the status of given Harry Kane's injury status right now, I'm gonna go with the big duck over the small Harry Kane's. That said, I don't know what Harry Kane's injury status is because they won't tell us. Only Jose is saying that Harry Kane's injured, and when Jose says a player of his is injured, it doesn't mean anything. Because he just plays mind games eternally, which I love, because when he does it, like he did it a few weeks ago against United, and he was like, "Ooh, Son's injured. Sorry, he's not going to be able to play," and then he was just in the starting lineup. Like he wasn't even a maybe. He wasn't even in NFL terms. He wasn't even questionable. Like he was just out. Like he was just totally and fully injured and wasn't going to be playing that game. And then the starting lineups came out, and he was just in the lineup. And then he went and he fucking scored twice. Twice? I know he scored. He definitely scored once, and he definitely got an assist. He got an assist on Kane's first goal. But he had a great performance, and we absolutely trashed them 6-1. So, you know, when it works, that was very nice to be like, oh no, no Son, oh no. And then Son played and had a great game, and we kicked their asses. But I've got to admit, as much as I like the mind games when they work, as a Spurs fan, hearing that Harry Kane is injured and not knowing whether to be very stressed about it or whether it's just mind games, part of me's like, look, I like the mind games. You're playing them on your own fan base. You're stressing us out too. And at the end of the day, if it works, fuck it, dude. Just use me. Use me. Play with me, dude. Play with me like a cat plays with a mouse, dude. Use mind games to your heart's content, Jose Mourinho. There's a reason why when you Google Jose Mourinho, his Wikipedia bio is like, he's widely known to be one of the greatest managers of all time. Because it's true, bitch. Play those mind games. Just abuse my mind all you want if it means we get a trophy. But also, please, Harry Kane, be okay. But usually when he gets injured, it's his ankle or it's his hamstring. It's always his ankle or it's his hamstring, and it's always for like at least a month. And a month out is like the club will announce that. So and the fact that the club hasn't announced it, the only acknowledgement the club's done is being like, hey, Jose said Harry Kane's injured. Eyes emoji. I don't know. Look, okay, we won't talk about football too much, but either way, oh, I'll take that. Don't mind that. Never going to say no to that. Either way, if you want to see me do my WAP, you better be going, come on, you Spurs on the weekend. And you know what people say, go blue? People, the group chat was saying go blue last weekend when we really needed blue to not go because blue is Chelsea and we hate them. And the group chat was saying go blue. This weekend, blue is our secondary colour. It's Chelsea's main colour. And they say London is blue because they're Chelsea and they talk about bleeding blue and stuff like that. So in the context of Chelsea, not go blue. However, it's our secondary colour. If you've seen my flag, you know my flag's blue. In the context of the North London derby, Arsenal are red. As long as we never red, then it's fine. But definitely this weekend, you can say go blue. I'll allow the go blues this weekend, and I welcome the go blues. For the sake of, hey, you want to see me? Question, YRN, do you want to see my WAP? YRN, let me know. If Y, go blue. If N, still go blue, please. I mean, go white, preferably, but also, I don't know, be careful of getting excited about being white. Like, Chelsea fans say London is blue. Arsenal fans say London is red. We say London is lily white. We don't say London is white. Because, you know, it could be taken... It's a little bit minkus. So we say lily white, specifically on that one, just to avoid the minkificity. So if you want to say... you can say go blue, I'll allow go blue, but I'll also allow go lily white. Or go white, I don't know. That's fine too. So we'll take that. Yeah, just garbage score. Okay, so let me guess, there was a seam. Let me guess, someone built up a fuck ton of health and just trashed himself on self-sacrifice and then went to dark room and died on the first room and got 25,000. So yeah, not a goodie. Not a goodie. That's gonna be another classic. Yeah, we beat it, but I didn't do anything with it. But to be honest, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie. Just like yesterday, I said that I was not gonna. I said like at in like the first couple of minutes of the video, I was like, hey, this isn't gonna be a good run, by the way. This is the same. I mostly just I did this for other reasons. I didn't do this because I wanted to get a good score. I did this because I just needed to distract my brain for half an hour. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, it's gonna be a low ranking today. Where did I finish yesterday? 2,500. Look, my average is like 24 something, so that's not too bad. 2,500 on the dot. So look, I've not had a great week. I mean, that one was an anomaly. That one was garbage. That one was alright. So, not a great week, but not a terrible week, to be fair. I guess this will probably finish around 2,500 to 3,000, if I were to take a guess. All I can think is at the very least boss rush, and then if not boss rush, then I imagine there's a seam. Let me just check what's going on globally. Yeah, so there's a seam. There's absolutely a seam, so Josh is gonna smash it, NSL is gonna smash it. So okay, yeah, so I'm not in contention this week. But it's been a bit of a rough week anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If I don't see you guys until Monday, then I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I say that, I hope I even can see you on Monday, considering how, like, at this point, I don't even know when I press my PC's power button if I'm even gonna be able to use it. So, dude, maybe this will be the last time. Maybe like any episode at this rate could be the last episode I ever do. So, you know, but or at least the last episode I do for like months until I get the money together to buy a new personal computer. That said, hopefully I see you on Monday. Hopefully I see you tomorrow. Ideally, I'd like to do tomorrow's as well. But if I don't get to do tomorrow's, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And yeah, thank you for indulging me on this one and letting me giving myself a little time to just get a little stress out of my system. I'm now gonna go and edit like 3 Yetiness videos to try and get a few up, so I have some run off if this shit does brick itself. I don't know, man. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. Later. Oh, I forgot to hit stop recording again.